Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to piggyback off of one of my older videos, the What's Next for Gym After Wizards. You guys really liked it. I got a ton of comments and likes on it and it like made my life. But all those comments, I read them all and now I'm questioning everything that I thought of because you guys had so much great input. I was all like, okay, I have so many different theories now, I have to share them. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I know I just said without further ado, but if you guys have any theories or fandoms that you want me to make videos on, just throw them in the comments below, and I'll definitely look into it. Alrighty, let's get started for real now. Alrighty, so let's start with Jim and Excalibur. Like, why didn't Jim pull the sword? I mean, we all know that he's worthy enough. He's done everything. He sacrifices humanity. He's killed Boulard, Gunmar, Morgana, Angr. He's done everything. So why couldn't he have pulled Excalibur? I think he could have, but he chose not to, or he hesitated to. Mainly, I don't think he thinks he was worthy enough to pull Excalibur. But here are my reasons why I think he does not think that he is worthy. So he doesn't want to pull Excalibur, if that makes sense. Maybe? Okay. Anyways, so in Troll Hunters Becoming, Part 1, Episode 1, when Jim gets daylight stuck inside the sword, it's supposed to be like a funny moment, but he cannot pull the sword out of the stone. He tries and he tries. Like, he really tries to get the sword out of the stone. He finally gets it out, and he really tried. But when he tries to pull Excalibur, he walks up to it and gives it 3 tugs and he quits. Okay. Alright, so why didn't he try harder to pull Excalibur? Well, that's the thing. I don't think he thinks he was worthy to pull Excalibur. He was just not dealing with loss, guilt, and fear. The loss was because he just not lost his purpose in life, or what he felt like his purpose in life was he was the troll hunter. And without the amulet, you can't be the troll hunter technically. I mean, I think you can still be troll hunter because there's Toby and Claire and Blinky and Arg who label themselves as troll hunters, but without the amulet, he doesn't see himself as the troll hunter anymore. So I think he feels like he's lost the purpose of his life. And in guilt, he just now attacked his friends. I mean, sure, it wasn't him, but it was at the same time. He was being mind controlled when he attacked his friends. And even in Part 2, when Joel gains his freedom for being mind controlled by Gunmar, he apologizes to Jim saying, oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I attacked you. I lost my honor. But then Jim just informs him. He's all like, dude, it wasn't you. It was Gunmar. You would have never done that. So I think Jim was definitely struggling with guilt. If Joel struggled with guilt, you know Jim struggled with guilt with it. And then for fear, I think that he was afraid to lose everything again. In the end of Troll Hunters, when he becomes Troll, he accepts that he's the Troll Hunter and that's his new life. But then at the end of Wizards, when he becomes human again, he honestly gets his life back. He can be with his mom again, be in Arcadia, go to school once they fix it, of course, and if he wants to. But anyways, so he gets his whole life back again. But in Unbecoming Part 2, when he gets to see his life, if he didn't have the amulet, he still wants his life with the amulet because he likes this sense of purpose in his life. So without the amulet as an option anymore because it's broken, I think that he doesn't feel like he's worthy enough to pull the sword because he doesn't feel like he has a purpose anymore in life. Which is really sad because we all know that this little kid is worthy enough to pull Excalibur. All he has to do, I think, is believe in himself. And of course, there's always just the possibility. I mean, it's 0.001% that he is not the one to pull Excalibur. But I really hope and I believe that he is the one to be the wielder of Excalibur. It would be so awesome. But if Jim doesn't pull Excalibur, and we're not going to worry about who is going to pull it, because the only person that matters if it pulls is Jim. But what is Jim going to do then if he doesn't pull Excalibur? Because the amulet's gone, and Claire has her magic, Toby has his warhammer, Juicy has his staff, and then Steve has Toothache, and then the aliens have their serrators. So what is Jim going to do? And I'm sorry, I said aliens, they're Arcadians. That's very offensive. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I think that Jim will get a new amulet. I think Juicy will make a new amulet. Maybe with Claire. I think that would be awesome to see him and Claire make like an amulet together. Just like Merlin and Juicy did to make Jim's amulet. Or if it isn't Claire and Juicy, I think it will probably be, and I was thinking as like I was watching Three Below and Three Wizards and Troll Hunters, and I was like, it will probably be Krill. They keep hinting that Arcady and Tech and Magic work well together, and I think that they could possibly make it together. Because in Deja Vu, well, yeah, in the Deja Vu episode when they're like reliving life over and over again, and they see Jim's armor, they're like, oh, I want one. And I was like, okay, maybe they'll make one, something like that. And then, yeah, and Juicy obviously knows how to make the amulet because he made it with Merlin. So yeah, I think that Jim could possibly get a new amulet, which I think would be awesome. And then, of course, this is like the theory, like this is the most random theory ever. But what if it's Jim and Claire's future child to pull Excalibur? That would mean that Rise of the Troll Hunters would have to be like set inside like the future. But then it could be about the trio's kids, and like I think that could be possibly cool. But I don't know if I would like that or not because I want to see what happens with Jim. But I would also love to see Jim and Claire's children. So I don't know how I feel about that yet. Honestly though, altogether, I really think that Jim will be able to pull Excalibur. He is a main character in it. So I think he'll be able to pull Excalibur eventually. I think he just has to believe in himself and realize that he's still worthy without the amulet. Like, the amulet didn't make him special. It was his heart that made him special. That's what Merlin says to him. That's why he chose him. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more Tales of Arcadia theories or fandom theories, make sure to stick around. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep it crispy.